So to see it kind of lived is really meaningful for us. So to call the people who receive your services people, guests, guys, gals, those things, I think they're just words, but I think it really shows that you value and you see the dignity in the people who come here, and you do see them as family.
They're not the rich and famous. Their profit comes not from the thing they sell, but the good they do. Our nation has more than 1.5 million nonprofits that employ 1 out of 10 Americans, providing services that otherwise go unfulfilled, keeping our community connected when all else fails. But nonprofits often lack the tools to properly promote themselves, to inspire more donors and volunteers and clients to their cause. That's where I come in. I've been in the nonprofit world for nearly 20 years. I connect nonprofits with marketing professionals who donate their time and expertise so that, at the end of the day, these life-giving organizations can do more, do better, by creating more. That's right, Buzz.
"2020 wasn't all bad. This was the year that we started Buzz, our TV show that features the great work that nonprofit organizations do in our communities. One of our earliest episodes featured Ram House, Roanoke Area Ministries, a day shelter for our community's homeless population. And today I want to look back to see how Ram House has benefited from being part of Buzz.
So Ram House started back in 1971 when different churches and religious organizations noticed an increase in homelessness. And we've been going ever since. We have about 40 different churches that donate and about 30 that volunteer in different capacities.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, welcome to our home.
Thank you.
Ram House is the largest day shelter, and it has a wonderful kitchen, which is a restaurant, basically, not only for people who are homeless here, but also people in the community that are food deprived.
And this is where all the culinary magic happens. We have a workforce of all volunteers and our kitchen manager, and they make hot, healthy meals every day for our guests.
Lovely. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Thank y'all so much. This is awesome.
Come have lunch, hamburgers, homemade potato salad, and fruit salad.
Even during the COVID crisis, we have never stopped processing applications for people who needed help because we didn't want them to get way behind in their bills. We provide rent assistance, mortgage, we can help with a first deposit, we help with utilities, and we can also help with medical needs, medicines, prescriptions, things like that. A lot of them are coming from different places and they have no place to go. Maybe they haven't eaten. They come in, they get a breakfast, they get hot coffee first thing, they get to clean up, shave. A lot of the guys clean up and they get to wash their clothes. They are provided a hot, nutritious meal every day, and they are provided a case management in the sense that we determine what they need and we refer them to outside sources to try to stabilize what's going on with them.
And this is our dining room, which is closed right now during COVID, but instead we're using it to put together our to-go lunch bags. So you have lunch bags here that have notes from guests, from people in the community, and they send in notes of encouragement.
Okay.
So this one's from Rose. I do not know you, but just know that I think about you and all those in need. I hope things will get better for you and to all those who reach out for help. Bless you, and try not to give up hope.
We also have a clothes closet, and it's run by Our Lady of Nazareth Church. And we do see that our people have new or nice clothes, and that is just such a blessing that we do that for people. First off, I have to tell you, we are blessed with people my age and older who give to us. They are so, so gracious. But like other organizations in the area, you have to be planning to think about how you're going to bring the younger people aboard. So that has become a very important part of our strategic planning.
Because Ram House wanted to connect with younger donors and volunteers, I connected Ram House with a company that specializes in that space where younger people live, and that's social media. The company, Wheeler Digital.
Hey, Melissa and Molly, good to see you guys. I am thrilled to introduce you to some special guests here. We have Cameron May. We have Freddie Wright, and we have Teresa Passeretti here at Wheeler Digital. They are really excited. I'm really appreciative of them donating their time to help Ram House. I'm going to step out of the way and let you guys catch them up to speed.
Great.
Very cool.
We have a brand new website that we have created. We're in the middle of rebranding. We're going to be finishing that rebranding with a new logo, vision statement, mission statement, and colors probably by the end of this week or month. So we're going to get that completed. Our website is already up and running. We have a social media that has been going really well for us. We doubled our Facebook likes in the past 5 months, and we created Instagram in April and now have 93 followers. My job, part of it is to bring in younger donors because we have a fantastic donor and volunteer base, but a lot of them are in the more mature age group of 60 and up. And we want to keep Ram House legacy going for decades to come.
As a matter of fact, the summertime is the hardest, although we've done really well this summer, really well compared to last year. As a matter of fact, we have gone from something like $111,000 in the hole this time last year, over $107,000 in the black this year. So, and I think I attribute a lot of that to the work Molly's done.
That's incredible.
We have a lot of our donors are part of religious organizations locally who participate with us. And so I don't know if we could reach out possibly to religious organizations that have a younger audience.
We're at a little bit of a tricky place messaging wise. We're definitely now in the phase of what we probably call COVID burnout, where I feel like if I see one more commercial that says we're in this together, that's it. That's all it's going to take. I was already on fragile ground to begin with. So we want to breathe fresh life into this, and what we make for you is going to almost certainly include some new video material that our videographer is going to put together, because I think video is an incredibly effective way to tell Ram House's story. Yeah, our team will be in touch, and we're going to start the process now of putting together, based off of everything that we've just talked about, some potential digital strategies, and pretty soon we'll have some really exciting stuff to show you guys.
All right, guys, what do you think?
Wow. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. It's really, really cool when we get to work with a client that has a story to tell, especially a story that has such emotional resonance. You know, like when we're doing like an HVAC commercial, it's not as cool of a day. You know, but we have
It pays well.
Right. Pays well. Yeah. But we have an opportunity here to promote Ram House. But I think to just show people that are totally unaware. Right. I don't know what did you add you, but you brought an example of who are totally unaware of the connections that they're making in people's lives here.
Share what you shared earlier about your experience.
Yeah. So I've been in Roanoke my whole life. Went to Roanoke College, stayed here, worked, interned, and been working here for 14 years. And I didn't really know about Ram House. So I think the ability to be able to get that word out about what they do to reach a new audience, we can definitely help. I have some cool ideas. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you almost do like a day at Ram House? Do we give people a peek into all the different things that we have? Them unloading the trucks, then we have meal time, then we have this.
I really like that. Yeah.
We kind of just make these little snapshots that all together give you an idea of what happens every single day there.
I was blown away when I went there. I mean, I knew that they were a day shelter for our area's homeless, but they go so much beyond just being a day shelter, a place where it's cool during summer, where it's warm during winter. I mean, they're also serving lunches every day, over 100 lunches a day, plus sending out a snack bag for the people who come, so they have some food to eat until dinner time. They're providing clothes. They're providing a place where they can just keep a suitcase of stuff, because oftentimes that's their possession, that's their closet. Right. Plus financial services. I mean, so a family could come and say, hey, look, I'm going to get evicted if I can't make this rent payment.
Yeah.
So they're going to arrange for that financing. We heard a story of a guy who needed eye surgery just so that he could then see again, so he could get back to work.
They arranged all of that.
Wow,
So I mean,
that's incredible.
It is.
Yeah.
So I love the idea of going back to kind of a day in the life of.
I do
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
I really like that. And then I like tying that into what they've already got on their website where they're using the see the need, meet the need daily. I want to be able to tie into what they're already working with because
Yes,
they're doing
exactly.
a great job with it.
Yeah, I think that we should maybe look at something like native video that has more advanced targeting so that we can get really specific into age locking and then even targeting by the cause of interest, stuff like that. But there's maybe something like geofencing and geo-retargeting churches that have younger
Yeah.
people. Could we do something like email matching?
That was exactly my thought. I'd like to see that, but also because those people are aging out, maybe look at and build a demographic profile of those people and just scale the age.
When we say something like geofencing, they're talking about these churches, how they have a church base that they've always come from, but then if we were able to get some churches that maybe aren't in that traditional 30, especially if those churches trend younger, we'd have the ability to get every Sunday or get every day of the week and actually draw a digital fence around all of those prospective churches so that we'd be able to grab the mobile devices of the people that are there and then start to deliver them video ads. E-blasts, which are awesome, but I want to ask Molly, as far as the e-blasts they send out, what their open rate is. And if, let's say they have a 20% open rate, I want to find a way to get after the 80% of people that aren't opening it. And the way we might do that, there's a few different ways, but what it would come down to is instead of sending them an email, actually getting the list of potential donors, getting their email addresses or their physical addresses, and then we have different technologies that can, for example, match that email address to that person's online identity. And so then, rather than hoping that they check their email and open the email as that person is going to different websites and apps, serving them video ads just to remind them that there is a daily need, you know?
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited.
Excellent.
While Wheeler Digital got to work in that episode developing some strategies to help younger people learn Ram House's story, I took the opportunity to hear some stories from the men, women, and children whom Ram House had helped.
And I was telling her, Roanoke has a lot of good opportunities, job openings, housing, place to start over. And everybody here was saying, well, no, we can't help you, we can't help you, we can't help you. Go here, go here, go there. And we sat down with Jessica, and she's been a wonderful help to us from there. I mean, they helped us get a house that we definitely wouldn't have been able to afford on our own. I mean, making $12, $11 an hour, it takes a long time to save up $1,800 to move.
No, I come in and get some coffee, wash up when it's necessary, because I am a homeless individual. I mean, I messed up on my own. It's not their fault, but they're here to help.
I've had custody of her since she was 8 months old. Her mother gave birth to her on May the 4th, and 2 days later, after she got out of the hospital, she called me to come get her. She was tired. So she's been with me since.
With the eyesight fixing, I'm now allowed this year to go back to I'm an electrician by trade, go back to my normal job because I can see what I'm doing. Yes, she gave me the paperwork, I filed it, they helped push it through, and it got done.
I mean, at 50-something years old, the last thing we thought about was raising an 8, 9-year-old again. But we gotta do what we have to do. And then this COVID-19 thing hit, and I got laid off, so she was the only one working. So we went from 500-something hours a week down to 300 hours a week. Car insurance, you need car payment, you need gas, you need rent, you need light bill, you need phone bill, you need cable bill. And it wasn't like she walked in here and said, here was some money. No. He's like, well, if y'all do this, y'all do this, y'all do this, we'll help y'all with this. And that's what they did.
It was Christmas Eve. It was for the first day. It was Christmas Eve. It was pretty awesome. I mean, I was walking around. When I saw my skin, I said, man, I need a shower.
When we moved in there, all we had was the clothes on our back and went to Walmart and bought an air mattress. And little by little, piece by piece, I mean, between yard sales this and Craigslist this and Let Go this.
Goodwill.
And we making it work. I grew up in the projects in East Baltimore with nothing. So now I take pride in everything I had. And with this woman and that little girl, and there's nothing I can't do. It might take me a while to get it done. I might not get it as fast as I want it, but I'm gonna make sure the little girl don't want for nothing. And she don't. Spoiled rotten.
Get something to eat, coffee, get away from the mess. The sanctuary is what this is. Ain't no fighting allowed here, and in the streets sometimes it's a little rough.
I mean, anybody can hand you $1, but everyone can't teach you how to fill out a job application, fill out a resume, and they will take the time to help you with that. And when it's pouring down rain outside, you'd rather be in here than sitting out there. I never thought that I would be on the side where as though I needed anyone's help. I mean, you figure you have a college degree, you know, you owned your own business for 10 years. What you need from a Ram house? But they showed me, yeah.
Like I said, this is the constant. It's always been here. And the day I get hired to demolition a building, if it's this one, I don't care if they offer me $20,000, I'll lay the hammer down. On the ground, building ain't coming down.
Hey guys, thanks for meeting with us. We're super excited to be presenting our digital marketing strategy to Ram House. I've got Molly here. I'm gonna turn it over to Freddie. He's gonna present.
The campaign that Wheeler Digital created for Ram House was comprehensive and sophisticated. There would be Ram House ads made to look like news articles embedded on a variety of prominent websites. There would be ads on Facebook and Instagram targeting people who fit various online behaviors, like those who recently gave to a charity or cared about homelessness. Even people who frequented particular places of worship. Wheeler Digital had a few other tricks up their sleeve as well.
Well, and so then the other thing that we had was the email targeting, because you guys said you had a pretty robust email list and you had some donors who had maybe donated in the past but haven't donated in like a year, or it's been quite some time. So we have a way to get after those people too.
Great, fantastic.
So Harrison has been out, actually our videographer, and he's filmed some things, and this is kind of a rough cut that we wanted you to be able to see exactly what it looks like. So this is a work in progress, but here's a preview.
Ram House is the largest day shelter in Roanoke. People a lot of times aren't sure what a day shelter is. What does that mean? The real question is, what does that not mean? So much can happen in a day. Start off right with a good breakfast, a nutritious hot lunch, put on new clothes, wash your dirty ones. You can work in a day and receive a day's pay. A day can turn an emergency, like need to pay your rent bills, into something you can handle. A day can turn fear into hope and can make you feel proud again. Especially right now, things are changing at a very rapid rate for many people. Anything can happen. But the thing is, you don't have to face it alone. Know that in a day you can change someone else's life. You can make a difference. Because when you brighten someone else's day, you're helping to improve everyone's tomorrow. Learn how you can make a difference at our website. Donate and volunteer what you can. See the need, meet the need, daily.
So we shared with you a lot of different ways that we can get in front of that young donor audience and the new population that you want to help out there at Ram House. And we really feel like the native video aspect is what's going to work the best. So I'm happy to say that we're giving to you a campaign valued at $7,000.
Thank you so much. We are so thankful for all that you guys are doing and how generous you've been. We're very excited about this campaign. I'm excited to get some young donors in here and expand our people's knowledge of Ram House and what we do. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you for allowing us to be part of it. We couldn't be more excited to work alongside you guys and be a part of what Ram House does in the Valley.
Oh, great. Go Team Ram House.
Woohoo!
As I'm sure y'all know, they may not know, however, that this building of Ram House used to be Our Lady of Nazareth Catholic School, right? Until the 1950s, when Our Lady of Nazareth merged with St. Andrew's Catholic School to form Roanoke Catholic School. One of your big needs that you've expressed is not only recruiting younger donors, but also younger volunteers. And so I'm excited to announce that starting now, this is the inaugural class of these Roanoke Catholic students of what is now called the Ram Fam. Guys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
This is great.
I love you. I love you.
Wow.
Wow.
They're beautiful. You're beautiful.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, guys.
We love it. I want one.
There were over 1,500 people who we helped that were identified as homeless last year that were in this area. And you guys get to be a part of making that impact by partnering with us. So thank you. Thank you for being here.
You guys are awesome. I'm gonna give you guys a hand round of applause.
Back in August of 2020, when the episode first aired, Ram House planned to roll out its new digital marketing campaign in November in order to attract a younger generation of donors and volunteers in time for the traditional year-end giving cycle. Instead, though, Melissa Woodson ended up deciding to wait until the start of 2021.
So we decided that by waiting until the first of the year, that would be more efficient and more effective for us. So we're looking forward to that because we think it's going to be a time of the year where maybe, since people made their asks later in the fall, that we'll have a fresh start as of the first of the year. I think one of the things that's really interesting about the campaign is this is a new style of reaching out. So whereas a lot of people probably haven't even tried this in the past, this will be a first for us. But it all makes sense, and I think we're going to see a really nice turnout. One of the things that I'm so pleased with about the campaign is that people knew Ram House did certain things, but they really didn't know how comprehensive our services are. And with that ad, I think people are going to see how much we do. And I think that's going to really encourage donors to say, that's where I want my dollar to go. When you are executive director, you know a little bit about a lot of things, but you really don't have time to update yourself about the most recent things. And the Buzz opportunity really allowed me to take the time to learn something that I would never have found out on my own. Well, I gotta tell you, that team, we loved everybody there, but we took a real shine to Teresa Passerati, and I just felt like her and our marketing director clicked. And I didn't think she would do it, but I asked her if she would be on the board, and she accepted. So she is going to be on our board coming up. And I mean, it's just so pleasant to have someone with such a profound marketing background on your board. And like I said, we have a real close connection to her, so I think that's going to be fabulous.
So sometime in late September, early October, while we were still trying to put together the pieces of the puzzle for RAM, I had woke up that morning and thought about ways that I could help my community. You know, when you're working with the Ram House, you start thinking like, wow, I could be doing so much more too. So I'm online searching for different organizations that I could work with, and you know, Ram House crossed my mind, but then being a day shelter made me think about the fact that I work during the day, so I couldn't really volunteer hours. And so I decided to put the whole idea on hold. And but interestingly enough, the energies collided, and Molly and Melissa called me that afternoon and asked me to join the board. So here we are.
And how about that Ram fam from Roanoke Catholic School? You know, COVID restrictions really kept Roanoke Catholic from being regular volunteers at Ram House, but it didn't stop Roanoke Catholic from helping Ram House from school. In October, the school organized a Socktober, which collected more than 1,000 pairs of socks for men, women, and children served by RAM. And in November, Roanoke Catholic's community service class collected 10 items, bottled water, snacks, for each of the 311 people identified by the city of Roanoke as homeless. If the students reached their goal, teachers agreed to dress from the decade that they were in high school. In the end, Roanoke Catholic ended up collecting more than 4,000 items.
So from start to finish, they sent the emails to try to get it set up. They, made our flyers that we sent home with our students at Roanoke Catholic. They came up with the incentive to have our teachers dress up like the decade that they graduated from high school. And so I'm really proud of all the work that they've done, because it's not been me directing them. Truly, it's been them coming up with all these ideas and caring for the items and bringing them to you. So I hope that you can get them in good hands.
Wow. Yeah, guys, that's impressive. Y'all might end up working in a nonprofit one day. You never know.
I hope so.
That's really successful. Like, way to go. That's awesome.
Major funding for Buzz is made possible by Partners in Financial Planning, a Southwest Virginia-based financial planning and investment management firm. Partnersinfinancialplanning.com, with additional support by the American Advertising Federation of Roanoke.